on, people? It's your main man, Daym Drops, back again with another best and worst of For Your Face pieces, baby. I'm mad crazy am right now because you guys asked me to slide to the best and worst steakhouse. Some of your ideas, they just blow my mind. I love them. I love them. Keep them coming in the comment section. And if you love the fire, if you love the energy, if you love the love, if you love the food, if you love your boy, hit this video with a thumbs up. Stop playing games. Let's get into this thing. Right now, we're at a spot. Check it out. J. Gilbert's Wood Fire Steaks and Seafood in Glastonbury, Connecticut. Look how many reviews. 520 on the money. You already know this spot gotta be bumping. All right, y'all, this is a 5-star joint. Let's get into it. Great place for a nice steak dinner. Atmosphere is very relaxed and staff does a great job. They have some really good specialty cocktails as well. Great choice for a nice night with it or to celebrate a birthday or anniversary. Looking forward to going back and trying some of the other menu offerings. Updated, went back, 3/23/19. Food here is consistent and always prepared great in my opinion. Appetizers are delicious and mains are phenomenal. Can't beat for a great wood-fired steak. Let's go, baby. I don't even want to keep reading. Y'all know how I feel when it comes to steak and burgers. And don't think we're not doing burgers next. The following week, we doing best and worst burger. I'm amped about that too. But anyway, I'm back. I'm losing focus. I'm losing focus. Let's go, baby. Easily one of my favorite restaurants. Our go-to restaurant for birthdays because it's a little pricey, but they do have a nice bar for happy hour. I usually get the 4-ounce steak or the salmon. Both are so delicious, and the chocolate cake with homemade raspberry ice cream. Y'all know what happens to your boy? It's seriously to die for. It's a very large piece of cake, so definitely enough to share. Oh, so you mean to tell me not only is the steak hitting on all cylinders, but if you mess around and get the chocolate cake, they got this homemade raspberry ice cream too, and it's bumping, and they give you plenty of it, and the bar is on time? That means the drinks are just right? Whoo, let's keep it moving. We had a good meal and great service. Started with their crab cake appetizer and they were very good. Best in the area, but not as good as what's served in Maryland just a few hours south. We both had the cowboy ribeye, my favorite cut, and they were slightly undercooked. No big deal, but we sent hers back to be grilled a tad more. The service was superb and they handled this flawlessly. Both our steaks were very good and the sides were great. Loved their cream corn and bacon. What? Cream corn and bacon? You better know, you better act like you know that's what I'm gonna order when I get there. Holla at your boy. The corn is right off the cob. J. Gilbert's does a really good job, but the cowboy ribeye at Longhorn isn't much different for half the price. I ate my entire steak and thought it could have been bigger. I'm not a big guy and differentiated from those chain steakhouses more. With 2 beers, 2 martinis, and tip, it was $200. A pricey dinner out, so they need to hit all the highs, in my opinion, not just be good. Okay, I like that. I like that because my man was able to break down the fact that although he enjoyed his cowboy steak, happens to enjoy the cut, they had to send hers back to go ahead and get grilled up a little bit more. Wasn't how they actually asked for it. It is what it is. It happens. It's a steakhouse, right? Everybody likes a little bit of pink. Some don't want no pink action at all. However, they're saying the same steak you can get elsewhere, the exact same steak for half the price. So it really comes down to flavors, but we're about to find this out together. I like that review. Let's go in for this cowboy steak. Let's go in for the chocolate cake and raspberry ice cream joint. Let's go in for the cream corn on the cob with bacon or whatever. It ain't faking. Cause your boy hungry. Let's do some steakhouses, y'all. Let's go. What's going on, people? All right, we're on our way right now to J. Gilbert's, which is a steakhouse, but they're also, I guess, known for the seafood as well. 185 Glastonbury Boulevard in Glastonbury, Connecticut. The steakhouse I love the most out here in Connecticut, though they have it in Chicago, is Michael Jordan's Steakhouse. And I actually have to go to the casino, Mohegan Sun, when I go get my steak. So when I'm craving a steak, I go out to Mohegan Sun. So this right here is gonna be something a little different for your boy. But let's slide up over here and see how buttery and tender these steaks are. Over here at J. Gilbert's in Glastonbury, Connecticut, again, the highest reviewed, highest rated steakhouse in Connecticut. Sit back, relax, get yourself comfortable. If you love steak, this is gonna be the video for you. If you don't love steak, you'll probably love it by the time I get done with this video, pending they have some serious steak on the inside. However, for those of you that have been watching my other best of series, you know that I film things differently. I normally set up 2 cameras on the inside. Unfortunately, with this particular location, they did not get back to me, so I'm gonna have to bring in 1 camera, which is normally how I shoot for my worst series, but I'll still be able to get some great shots with my backup secondary. However, we will not have that crispy dual scene going on. I wish we would. This would have been a great opportunity to do it, but unforeseen occurrences happen this way. It's your main man, Daym Drops. Sit back, relax, get comfortable. I'm still about to bring you the best reviewed steakhouse in my state. Let's go. Foodie fam, this is definitely another voiceover. Music was going on, but I promise you guys, I have so many visual goodies in this video, and I'm still salivating just thinking about it. Let's get right into it. You walk into J. Gilbert's, and you look around, and once again, the word welcome home comes to mind, because it's dark on the inside, dim lit. It's almost like dining by candlelight, which pretty much you are, just small lights on the tables. Clean, pristine. I can understand why everybody and their mama wants to just be here. They want to just come here, because the way I was greeted when I walked through that door, it was almost as if I was a regular patron. I almost felt like Norm from Cheers. I sat at the bar alongside of a few other individuals that were waiting to come inside the establishment with me. And when I say that this spot packed up extremely fast, it opened at 4 p.m. That's the time that they opened, 4 p.m. Within a half hour, the bar was flooded with people. I noticed there were some bar pretzels, so I went and started snacking on the bar pretzels. Salty, crispy, exactly what you expect pretzel rods to be. They came out with a sourdough bread and 2 different variations of whipped butter. Creamy, creamy whip, not the, oh, you gotta use a knife and you have to dig in and get like a clunk of butter. This is the spreadable butter. It just lays over that warm sourdough bread, and you know when you take a hit of sourdough bread, you have that little tart aftertaste to it, and that's always decent. Bartender Clark, a quick shout out to you. You were an amazing bartender. You were extremely attentive, even though your bar was flooded with people and then you got help a little bit later on, but you made sure I was taken care of. Everybody else down on both sides were taken care of. Clark was hustling. I left Clark a nice tip. Here's what threw me for a loop. Clark was talking about a pretzel battered onion ring. Pretzel, so basically just imagine your pretzel rods all crushed up, right? And of course you're gonna need eggs to adhere all the pretzels to the batter. Fried onion ring, extra crisp, light, flaky. They came out with a garlic parmesan dipping sauce. I'm getting that crunch, that nice little pretzel flavoring to it, and a nice little crispy bite on the onion ring, and it was just light. It was light. And then I got right to the onion and pow. Flavor burst. I love the flavor burst. I know you guys love the flavor burst. That's exactly what I received, y'all. Now, when I tell you guys creamed corn with bacon, you know how excited I was when I was talking about it during the review. Take a look at it. Look at this creamy corn action. Now, imagine, if you will, fresh ears of corn. You want to shuck your fresh ears of corn. You want to have those fresh ears of corn within that pork fat. And you know it's gonna create a type of grease that's gonna allow for a light crisp, although your corn is already crispy. And I know that they had to use a cheese. Within that cream sauce, there has to be a cheese in that cream sauce, and like some kind of, I don't know if it's a little small diced up jalapenos. There was something giving it a slight kick, and it was amazing, Foodie fam. This creamed corn, I would never eat creamed corn. My mama's creamed corn, I liked it as a kid. Today I would not eat it. I promise you, I would come back to J. Gilbert's a million times over, and every single time I would order this creamed corn with bacon. It wasn't like a crispy bacon. It was just diced up pork fat cuts of bacon, and that flavor had my mind going. It had me sitting there like, this cannot be possible. I shouldn't be loving cream corn like this. Right now, I'm ecstatic just thinking about this cream corn. Flavor burst. Y'all know how I feel about flavor. I'm gonna use flavor burst so often you get tired of hearing it. All on my palate. My taste buds said, thank you, Daym. Would you guys please take a look at my potatoes au gratin? Now here's the cool thing about it. Normally I enjoy already ordering potatoes au gratin, and that's basically a cheesy potato, finely sliced, and it usually comes in on the side, little thin layers of potato. You get a little butter, a little bit of salt on that thing, they're amazing. However, J. Gilbert's adds a little extra spice to that. We're going back to that thin jalapeno cut, so that way you can get that little extra flavor, little extra kick, pow, pow, of spice, but nothing crazy, nothing that you cannot handle. And it's such a subtle hint you won't even notice it, but you will notice the flavor of the jalapeno coming through with that cheesy potato. And what is that, a Vermont cheese, J. Gilbert's? Was that a Vermont cheese that you slid up in there? Either way, it was amazing on that bite right there. Their potatoes au gratin, I'm gonna mess around. I'm gonna give those things a 5 all day banger. The creamed corn, though I do not love creamed corn, I enjoy the flavors there. I'm gonna mess around and give that creamed corn a 4-piece, a strong 4. Those onion rings, 5 all day banger on the onion rings. The crispiness, that pretzel rod crushed up flavor of love, that was everything. Now let's get into the cowboy steak. Will you guys look at the juices on this steak? Look at it. Look how big it is. This isn't a regular bone-in right now. This isn't a regular bone-in. This steak is a hefty steak. You are going to be sitting here making a few cuts, and every single bite was a tender bite. Yes, I'm getting that butter flair. I love my steak to taste as if it's just been drenched in butter. I don't know what it is. It's just for a little bit of extra flavor. Salt wasn't regular salt. Was that kosher? Was that sea salt? My salt had grit on that steak. The way that salt was adhered, it was just like ends were seared up. They weren't crunchy, they were just seared. Like you got all the flavor that came off that grill, and that steak was so tender and it was so juicy. And then I'm like, oh, do I have any in my beard? I had to check, do I have any of this steak in my beard? I demolished that steak, y'all. I didn't just eat the steak, I demolished that steak. That's how you should treat yourself. Like a king, like a queen, and you should order that cowboy steak over at J. Gilbert's. Don't cheat yourself, treat yourself. Stop playing with your boy. Now let's cap it all off with that chocolate cake, with the velvet chocolate cake. Would you look at it? Look at that raspberry ice cream. I'm gonna go ahead and break up off into that raspberry ice cream. That's smooth. Oh, that's a smooth little display. You see how it's starting to form that little wave on my spoon? Beautiful. Took that bite, raspberry strong. It's not like a hint of raspberry, no. No, that's a strong flavor of raspberry, but it's so rich, it's just so creamy. The decadence on that raspberry bite. Now I wanna go ahead and hit chocolate temptation. Call this cake chocolate temptation because it is smooth, it is rich, it is flavorful. Now all you want to do is take the two, mix them together. Get that raspberry ice cream, get the chocolate cake. Yes, there is homemade whipped cream off to the side. I didn't want to get too freaky deaky with it. I took the raspberry ice cream, I took the chocolate cake, the two blended well together. Oh, bliss. Soft, seductive, divine, radiant, bliss. Creamy, rich, smooth, chocolate deep, bliss. So Daym, that 4.5, almost 5 stars that J. Gilbert received on Yelp, is it well deserved? It should be a perfect 5. J. Gilbert deserves a perfect score. Yes, that 4.5 is well deserved. I would give it a 5 all day banger. For ordering exactly what we had in those reviews, J. Gilbert's, you get a heavy 5 from your boy. I can't wait to come back. Now I'm gonna come back with no cameras, no nothing. I'm gonna just come back, sit down, and enjoy myself. J. Gilbert's is where it's at. Flavors on top of flavors, stacked on top of flavors, consistency. I'm talking about customer service. Clark, shout out to my main man, the bartender who was holding me down every single meal. Made sure I was taking care of. Clark, you are the man. Shout out to Sheila. Sheila is the manager on duty. She came out, she checked on me. She made sure that my food, everything, like every meal, she was checking. She was making sure I was good. An amazing job by the entire team over here at J. Gilbert's. You got that heavy 5. You earned that heavy 5 from your main man, Daym. I'm definitely coming back on the strength of the food alone. The service alone is outstanding, bar none. Whew! You got your boy excited. All right, guys, we took care of the best reviewed steakhouse in my state. You already know what's up next. Dropping on Tuesday, the worst reviewed steakhouse in my state. You enjoyed the video? Please hit it with a thumbs up. In the comment section below, let me know some more best and worst reviews you guys want for me to hit. I've been writing them down. I've been adding them to the list. I'm going to try to make sure I touch everything you guys want me to touch. I greatly appreciate y'all sharing this, Karen. Share this video out with somebody that you love the same way I love you, baby. And I'll see y'all next video. Aye. Super official.